Have you ever wondered how two bitter enemies can end up falling in love? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're counting down the top 10 anime where enemies fall in love or become lovers. The tension, the passion, the drama. It all adds up to some of the most compelling storylines out there. Are you ready to fall in love with these anime?
I've got the techno on my mind, spending in the club all night. I gotta move my body, move my body. Techno on your side, getting in the bumpy ride. I gotta move my body, move my body.
Number 10, Our Last Crusade, The Rise of a New World. Our Last Crusade takes place in a fantasy world divided between two warring nations, the scientifically advanced Empire and the magic-using Nebulous. Iska is an imperial knight who clashes with Alice, a noble from Nebulous. Though they are enemies, over time, Iska and Alice develop feelings for each other. Their ideological differences cause conflict, yet they can't deny their attraction. This anime provides an engaging enemies-to-lovers romance as Iska and Alice struggle between duty to their nations and their blossoming love. Despite being on opposing sides of the war, the two come together through their adventures and see humanity in one another. Our Last Crusade delivers an action-packed story with a central romance that builds delicately between rivals. Number 9, The Pilot's Love Song. The Pilot's Love Song takes viewers to a mythical world where Carl, a pilot from the Balsteros Empire, crashes in the country his people are at war with. He is rescued by Nina, a charming and eccentric girl who dreams of flying. At first, Carl only sees her as the enemy, though they are drawn to each other. As Carl and Nina spend time together, they open up and a romance blossoms between the rival nations' youth. Their newfound love complicates loyalties on both sides. The Pilot's Love Song provides a rich fantasy backdrop to the enemies-to-lovers tale. Despite their people's hatred of one another, Carl and Nina connect through the wonder of flight and their soaring feelings. Their sky-high romance develops naturally from unlikely circumstances. Number 8, Kaguya-sama Love is War. Kaguya-sama. Love is War puts a comedic spin on enemies becoming lovers. Kaguya and Miyuki are the student council president and vice president of an elite academy. Though they like each other, they're too prideful to confess. This leads to elaborately planned schemes to make the other confess first. They see love as a battle to be won. As their rivalry intensifies, so do their true feelings. Underneath the bickering and mind games is mutual affection. The tense metaphorical war between them gives way to moments of sincerity. Yet, they can't seem to drop the facade. Kaguya-sama satirizes romantic tropes with its proud, scheming leads and their escalating antics. Their evolving relationship proves that the line between love and hate is thin and not so easily defined. Number 7, Twin Star Exorcist. Twin Star Exorcists focuses on Rokuro, a talented young exorcist, and Benio, a girl raised to be an exorcist bride. As fated rivals, they must combine their power to fight evil creatures. However, they do not get along at first. Rokuro sees Benio as haughty and condescending, while Benio regards Rokuro as beneath her. But after bickering and battling together, they begin to understand one another. Their relationship evolves from disdain to respect and admiration. In between action scenes, tender moments arise as the two start developing feelings. But their duties and their clan's historic animosity threaten the forbidden romance. Twin Star Exorcists portrays the adversity and ultimate bond between star-crossed lovers compelled by fate to be together. Number 6, Boarding School Juliet. In Boarding School Juliet, romance blooms between unlikely lovers Romeo and Juliet, members of rival dorms at Dahlia Academy. Romeo is a rambunctious student from the Black Doggy House, while proper Juliet hails from the White Cat's House. These dorms are fiercely competitive and despise each other. Despite this feud, Romeo and Juliet meet and quickly develop feelings. They decide to secretly date, resulting in hilarious antics as they try not to get caught by their houses. The lead's comical hijinks demonstrate that love prevails over long-standing hatred. Juliet and Romeo bridge the divide through friendship, subnet understanding, and passion. Their blossoming union proves that even in the face of entrenched opposition, enemies can come together through the redemptive power of affection. Number 5, Masamune Kun's Revenge. As a child, Masamune was cruelly rejected by Aki, the rich girl he confessed his love to. Years later, the once overweight Masamune has transformed into a handsome young man, determined to exact revenge by making Aki fall for him and then flatly rejecting her. But his plan gets complicated when he finds himself genuinely falling for her. At first, Masamune only interacts with Aki to get his payback, though they soon begin to connect and see each other's kinder sides beneath their mean exteriors. The former bully and bullied find themselves in an unlikely romance. Their story shows how maturity and letting go of past hurts can lead former enemies to develop affection. Masamune Kun's Revenge demonstrates that caring can emerge even from resentment. Number 4, Misakoi. Misakoi portrays the antagonistic relationship between Raku and Chitoge, the heirs of rival Yakuza gangs, forced into a fake relationship to maintain peace. Though they openly despise each other, constantly exchanging insults and bickering, they secretly harbor growing feelings beneath the act. As they spend more time together, Raku and Chitoge gain understanding and an undeniable attraction emerges. Their fake romance soon becomes real, though they continue the charade of hatred. Despite belonging to opposing crime families, their mutual affection prevails. Nisekoi is an energetic rom-com filled with humor and heart. Watching Raku and Chitoge navigate their feelings provides entertainment and insight into how perceived enemies can come to love one another when bonds deepen. Number 3, Toradora. Toradora exemplifies how thin the line between love and hate can be. The series follows the unlikely romance between Ryuji and Taiga. On the surface, they appear to be opposites. Ryuji is kind, but feared for his looks, while Taiga is small, but has a fiery temper. After a rocky start, the two outcasts unite to help each other get closer to their crushes, leading to comic misadventures. In the process, their animosity morphs into understanding and then affection. The constant bickering between Ryuji and Taiga gives way to tender moments. Their emotional walls come down as they see each other's true selves. Toradora shows that meaningful relationships can form even between people who start out in opposition through misunderstandings. Number 2, Angel Beats. Angel Beats takes place in the afterlife, where a group of students who led troubled lives battle against the mysterious angel, who they view as an enemy. Yuri rallies everyone to fight Angel and her strict rules. However, Otonashi befriends Angel and realizes there's more to her than it seems. The two slowly connect and romance buds despite being on opposite sides. Through acts of compassion from Otonashi, Angel begins to understand friendship and love. Their unlikely relationship transforms former foes into lovers. Angel Beats is an emotional drama with comedy and supernatural elements. Seeing Angel and Otonashi form a bond despite adversity shows how reaching out with empathy can lead even rivals to find affection. Number 1, Cardcaptor Sakura. Cardcaptor Sakura follows Sakura as she hunts Clo cards, magical spirits that cause chaos. She is rivals with Sayoran, who also seeks the cards. They repeatedly clash in their pursuits, viewing each other as stuck-up and annoying. But as they are forced to collaborate, Sayorin's hostility gives way to respect. In between adventures, small acts of kindness occur, from Sayorin comforting Sakura to Sakura making him gifts. Though teasing continues, affection grows beneath their squabbles. When Sakura is endangered, Sayorin displays his deep care for her. Over time, competition is replaced by love. Cardcaptor Sakura beautifully depicts the transition from enemies to lovers through developing trust, understanding, and ultimately affection between rivals. That's our list of the top 10 anime where enemies become lovers. It's always exciting seeing rival characters form a romantic bond despite starting out in opposition. Their initial conflicts and tensions make it even more dramatic when they eventually find themselves drawn together. These stories show how divides can be overcome through developing empathy and understanding. Though we covered just 10 examples here, there are many more great enemy-to-lover anime romances out there. Let us know your favorite adversarial couples who ended up falling for each other. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.